Hi everyone, so today I am going to be sharing with you some books. This is my January 2024 book share, and I'm going to start off with some books that are all about colour and colour mixing. So let's make a start with this one, which is The Artist's Guide to Selecting Colours. It's by Michael Wilcox. And I love the bit at the bottom. It says the author of Blue and Yellow Don't Make Green. And this is applicable to oil paints, acrylics, watercolours, gouache and alkyds. So it says that this was £14.95. However, I can't remember where I got this from. It might have been one of those second-hand. It was, look, there we go. It cost me £2. So it was a second-hand bookshop. Gives you a little introduction, but then as you can see, it goes through. If I can stop that shine, because it's got shiny paper. We've got yellows, oranges, reds, violets, we've got blues, greens, browns, we've got greys, blacks and whites. And for each one, let's start with our yellows maybe, which is on page 22. Page 22, it tells you a little introduction to yellow pigments, and then it goes into the yellows, and it also gives you mixing tips. So it says here, Arylide Yellow or Hansa Yellow Light. It gives the light fastness. In watercolours it's 2, very good. It tells you it actually encompasses PY1 and PY3, but it gives you a mix here with phthalo blue, and you can see those mixes. So it says here recommended. Then we've got Aureolin or Cobalt Yellow, very good in watercolours, PY40, so it gives you the pigment numbers. It says that it's recommended, and it gives you some mixing tips. And then it goes on to Cadmium Yellow Light, PY35. So for those of you that are interested in pigments and some mixing tips, so if I go on to yellow, orange, sorry, we've got here Chrome Orange, which is PR104, but it says here not recommended. Then we've got Perinone Orange. What else have we got in here? We've got Quinacridone Violet and Quinacridone Red, which are both PV19. And it gives the light fastness of being 2. And then it gives some nice mixing tips. We've got Rose Madder, which is fugitive in watercolours. So it gives you a little bit about the... sorry, what was I going to say there? The madder lakes there, and how to be careful of those. Vermilion, PR106, and some mixing tips. And it goes on with all the different colours, and it gives, you know, their pigment numbers. Indian Red, PR101, and some mixing tips. Then we've got Light Red Oxide or English Red Oxide, PR101, and so forth. We've even got neutral tint here. Payne's Grey, for example. An introduction to black. So it gives you all that information in that book, which I think is, if you're interested in your pigments and light fastness, then maybe that one might be of interest to you. Moving on, we've got this one, which is Colour Mixing Recipes for Landscapes. So it says mixing recipes for more than 500 colour combinations. And who is this by? Walter Foster. So with this one, it gives you them like this. So you can see the colours that are used and the mixes that have been used to make those. So if you're looking to try and find, you know, a particular colour, so for instance this colour here is made with white and permanent blue. So it's 10 lots of white to 1 lot of permanent blue. So it gives you the mix, if you like. This colour here, 5 lots of white, 1 lot of permanent blue and 1 lot of cadmium red light. That's how you get that colour. So if you're looking for a book that will give you lots of ideas on how to mix your colours, particularly for landscapes, and he does actually give you more information here, then that one might be something that you're interested in. It says includes colour mixing grid. Okay, where's that colour mixing grid then? Oh, here we go. So you can see that that comes out because this is wire bound, and you can add so many parts of one colour, so many parts of another colour. If I pop that back down again, you can see 1 part, 5 parts, 10 parts of whichever colour, and you can use this grid to mix your colours with. So there we are, colour mixing recipes for landscapes. This one is called 3000 Colour Mixing Recipes. It's for watercolour. It's by Julie Collins. And this one gives you an introduction, how to use the book, about colour and colour mixing, warm and cool colours, blacks and greys, relating to colour, colour in a painting, materials, colour mixing recipes and diluting colours. And basically here you've got blacks and greys, you've got these are lots of mixes that have been made with indanthrone blue, and those are the other colours that have been mixed together, and then all the shades that you can get depending on how much of each colour you use. So you can look up the colour that you have, and then you can say, okay, well, I use cobalt blue a lot, which I probably do. And here it's showing me the mixes of cobalt blue with permanent mauve, ultramarine violet, Windsor violet and cobalt violet. And there are the mixes that I could get with my cobalt blue. So that's how this particular book works. It's a bit like a recipe book, I suppose. So 3000 colour mixing recipes. There we go. And then this one is called Palette Perfect. So these are colour combinations inspired by fashion, art and style by Lauren Wager, or Wagger. She's the author of the blog Colour Collective. This is by Primo Press. So in here you've basically got lots of, can you see we've got a little circle here with a little suggestion of a palette, and obviously then you've got fashion here. That's just my bookmark. You've got textiles here. So pale pinks and greys are my current obsession. They are quiet and neutral, and I could stare at them all day. If I pick something else that's a bit brighter, maybe. What else have we got here? Here we go. So this one is another suggestion. And these are desaturated tones of coral, tangerine, rust and navy. So, and then you get these photographs. But yes, these little circles here with some colour combinations in, and then you've got more that are just dotted about on their own. That's lovely, isn't it? I like that. Wow. So, yeah, it just gives you an idea of, actually, that's the palette that I would like. We can see there. That's gorgeous as well, isn't it? So you've got lots of lovely pictures in here, but you've also got these lovely little circles that give you an idea of a palette. And it's all linked with nature and fashion and home interiors and all that kind of thing. So, oh, that's very spring-like, isn't it? Isn't that lovely? So there we go. That one is Palette Perfect. And that's by Lauren Wager. Moving on to something quite different now. Oops, there we go. We've got the Encyclopedia of Drawing Techniques by Hazel Harrison. And this is the step-by-step illustrated guide to over 50 drawing techniques. So we've got lots and lots of information about choosing the right paper, how to hold your pencil, that kind of thing. Different mediums like crayons and pencil materials, sorry, not mediums. Working on toned paper, pen and ink, brush and ink. We've got white on black. We've got oil pastels. So if you are wanting something that gives you, we've got home printing, we've got collage, unusual techniques, resisting. So oil pastel resists and wax resists, masking fluids. But there's all sorts of different mediums here. Coloured inks, coloured pencils. What else have we got in here? Oil pastels. Just pastels. So if I look at the... hopefully they've got a list here. So yeah, we've got pencil and graphite, charcoal, Conte, pen and ink, brush and ink, white on black, pastels, oil pastels, coloured pencils, coloured inks, line and wash, resist techniques, unusual techniques, collage, home printing. Then we've got a little bit on digital drawing and the basics and beyond the basics. And then a little bit on themes. So basic skills, which is like composition and choosing the medium. We've got the human figure, landscape and urban themes, still life and interiors, nature. So there is lots going on in this book, and there are some lovely pictures that go with it. Look. So if you want a book that covers lots of different materials that you might use, then this Encyclopedia of Drawing Techniques might be of interest. Then we have got this one called Abstract Nature. And this is painting the natural world with acrylics, watercolour and mixed media. And this is rather lovely. This is by Waltraud Noratil. I hope I've said that right. So this has got a little bit on materials and tools. That's kind of shining, isn't it? These shiny papers. Painting techniques. We've got inspiration. Then we've got through the seasons, spring, summer, autumn and winter. But just look at that. If I can stop that shine there. Stunning. stunning pictures in here. So lots on materials, painting techniques. There we go. We've got some lovely pictures in here. Using a spatula, using natural materials. I mean, aren't these gorgeous? They're really lovely. Oh, now that is stunning. And that one. These are really lovely pictures in here. So, yes, it's chock-a-block full of inspiration. That one's winter. Oh, look at all the textures in that. What was that one done with? Acrylics. So I think you can see it's, oh, that's lovely. Oh, and that. This is watercolour. It's beautiful. But it's also got some acrylic. I'm guessing if I bring that closer and get rid of the shine, the white on the trees is the acrylics there. So, yes, a beautiful book. It's all about abstract nature. They're using acrylics, watercolour and mixed media. What have we got next? This one might be one that you would think, why have you got that, Michelle? Village Buildings of Britain. Now, this is by Matthew Rice. And the reason I got this is to practice drawing lots of different types of buildings, because it breaks them down, all the different windows, roofs, chimneys, different types of homes that you might come across in, and that churches. So if you like doing buildings and you like sketches of buildings, then this is a lovely book to maybe practice from. That's lovely. So that was why I got this, and it breaks it down into all the different areas of Britain. Let me just see if I can find my area. Does it break it down at the front here? We are East Anglia, 59. So there we go, all the different types of little houses and cottages in my area. See a lot of this. Norfolk churches. That's lovely. So lots and lots of village buildings, which that might be something that you might want to invest in and practice doing different buildings. Next, we've got I think lots of these are lino prints, things like that, etchings. This is a fine line, Rob Barnes, East Anglian print maker. And in here, you can see we have got lots of different. So if you like, you know, doing lots of line work, maybe you like doing layers with paint and then pencils over the top. Some of these might give you some ideas. Oh, a country fox. We've got a barn owl. But we have got boats and birds and churches. And so this one is not any one animal in particular. I love that. Farming and rural life. Well, East Anglia is very much rural, so but yes, this is full of lovely. Oh, look at that. Even that sketch is rather nice. So lots and lots of different topics here. I like the contrast here on this one. It's just a sketch and then just these little buttercups showing through. But we've got coastal scenes. So yes, quite a lot in this one. There we go, called A Fine Line, Rob Barnes, East Anglian printmaker. And it's a Mascot Media publication. So there we go. The final one that I'm going to share with you is pretty chunky. 5,000 flower and plant motifs. Graham Leslie McCallum. And in here, if you like to have ideas to doodle in your work, then you've got just about everything you would ever need. Medieval, it's all broken down into various different sections. We've got a section here on Chinese, but we've got all of these. We've got folk, lots and lots of these motifs. It's absolutely chock-a-block with them. We've got leaves, we've got flowers. As you can see, it goes on and on and on and on. Got acorns and pods and... So yes, lots and lots of motifs in this book. And it also comes with a disc, and you can then put that on your computer. So 5,000 flower and plant motifs. There you go. If you ever get stuck for adding texture and detail and marks, then this could give you some really good ideas. So those are my pickings for today. I think, well, they're all favourites really. But, yes, maybe something there has grabbed your attention. I hope so. And I hope, because these are so glossy, I hope the shine hasn't spoilt it for you. But those are my pick for January 2024 in my bookshare. So I will see you next time. Hopefully by then I will have both my Beam paints and my Rosa Gallery paints. I've ordered 20 full pans of Rosa Gallery, and I forget how many Beam paints I've ordered, but I'm going to give those a go. So yes, all things new to look forward to. Have a lovely morning, afternoon or evening wherever you are. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notice bell, and see you soon.